Game number one of this best of three between Game Gladiators and Tundra. This is going to be a sick series, Cinderman. And welcome
Whether you're a pro player or you're a 4K player, like diversifying your pool gives you a different and deeper understanding of the game. And I think that's part of his X factor. Nice arrow. Blood grenade.
Yes, I believe that will be first blood going the way of Tofu. So Game Gladiators first on the board. Beautiful arrow.
Tundra, they might have the read here with Tops in his tower.
Yep, they zip on in. Whitemon looks super dead. Tofu's going to join the party. Starstorm is there as well. Pure on the run. That regen's still going for Quinn. The Lucid Beam connects, but just too many heroes as Game Gladiators with a 3-0 start to this game.
And now comes the big question. What do you do now that Brood is 6 and you're Luna? I think Radiance is too slow, but the question, like the old mid-Alchemist build that some players would go for would be Solar Crest. Are you actually queuing up the Radiance now? It's high risk, high reward. I can't say I love it because I'm a little bit concerned.
First arena of the game will be reserved for Celery, and that's the first kill from Tundra. I mean, they're only down 1,000 at this point, so yeah, if he's in, oh boy, Pure about to get completely surrounded. 2 tomatoes, a porcupine, and then some Game Gladiators heroes as well. The third, so feels like, oh, he's actually regenerating quite a bit as Quinn running out of mana, but eventually does get the kill.
I will say, so you say we're cursing.
That stack will give him Radiance though, if he can eventually finish it, but while he's thinking about that, the tier 2 tower top is gone.
Would you believe it? They've made us patch to this game, so now there's 2 Tormentors. He found the second one.
Saksa.
He's dead.
Very dead. Does have his ult now, but still, just too much damage. His bottom lane, Dyrachyo. He is surrounded. There's the arena. The Eclipse coming out. His tops of Dyrachyo somehow kills Ramses before, and now Pure. I assume, I mean, he's going to have to go like a Blink BKB or something to that effect as Ramses will find Quinn, or is it the other way around? 9-2 start for Gaiman as, again, you talked about it, 5K lead against a core Alk. As Thompson, he will run into Dyrachyo, gets off the concoction. Yep, Pure's in the area as well, gets off the Lucent Beam. Here comes Tofu though, trying to block them out, puts down the GG branch. Dyrachyo's stuck in a corner, big kill for Thompson. He probably just forgot.
Good luck, Quinn.
I mean, he did have Aegis, so wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world, but Saksa, he's going to be found and eventually will be brought down as well. In the meantime, we have Dyrachyo's bear. He's like, what does this bear even have on it? It's just branches, for God's sake. But they're going to come with some backup. It's Pure in the backline, be able to take out Dyrachyo in tow. Quinn, he gets the kill. Ace actually gets the kill on Thompson, and the Aegis still remains online for Quinn. Showing himself level 17, has the Manta, Dragonlance, and what's next? Looks like he'll actually finish the Hurricane Pike.
Yeah, I think he wants a way to reliably disengage from the bear.
Gleipnir initiation.
Speaking of.
Into the arrow, Saksa's dead.
Yeah.
Good start here for Gaiman.
That was their smoke pop, though. They still have Quinn smoke, but the rest are now visible, so I think Saksa might have just taken that one for the team. And once again, let's keep in mind the name of the game here for Tundra is not winning fights, it's staying alive. You know, very rarely, a lot of the time when we cast, I'm a champion of, you know, you gotta take low percentage plays to get back in the game or whatever.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time when you look at this game status, Whitemon is dead, that would be what I would be preaching is, all right, the Dire have to group up, make a smoke play and try to get something done to stabilize the game and get back. But in this particular game, the solution is actually to farm. You just dodge, dodge, dodge.
AC.
It's hard. Yeah, so Shiva AC is still missing. I don't know if they want either of them right now.
Oh, we have an arena. Oh, but the Mist Spear doesn't really matter though. Celery is basically a creep within here. Pure and company will. Okay, the pipe taking a lot of the water. Dyrachyo going in with the harpoon, doing so much damage to this Mars. Ramses just abandoned by his team as Thompson will concoct and attempt to run. He might be stunning himself, but the arrow is upon Saksa again. We've seen it time and time again in this game, as now Game Gladiators on the footsteps here of the base from Tundra.
And I was talking about how for Gaiman's side, if they mess up a push, Tundra this is the type of game they can solve, but you got to look at the other side of the coin
that's
too.
A lot of damage on the Quinn. He better be careful. Does not have the Aegis here.
We're still defending us only 3 for now, so this is a pretty good sign for Tundra. If these 3 can hold the tower on their own with just the threat of a potential buyback, that is very good news for them. Pure.
Yeah, gets initiated on already half HP. He's in a lot of trouble. Tries to force that away, but he is dead for a full minute. And now you have to worry about the zoo from Gaming Gladiators.
They just did the hard part of this defense, and then they walked outside.
Wait, he just got buyback. He just got buyback on Pure.
He does not want to have to spend this here.
No,
it
absolutely
is really,
not. But
really expensive.
I mean, they're going to lose a lot here. Crimson will delay just a bit. They'll have another fortification refreshed here. After the melee racks goes down, they likely will have to give up this set, though, surely. Another Harpoon initiation. Saksa dead again.
Yeah, you don't really expect to be harpooned by the ranged Lone Druid, do you? It's not really... There's no, how to say, frame of reference for that one. Genuinely think it's possible Tundra might just turn tail and run here. I think without information, this play is just so low percentage. They might be better off
Pure's actually sticking around.
Okay.
Yeah. They can see that somebody's taking some lotuses, and they must be punished for their transgressions. Eclipse used on the Tofu. That's a BKB! How? Quinn pops his BKB. Everybody's golden on Gaming Gladiator side as Pure's taking a breath of the damage. Actually, inside the arena, getting really low. Finally, the Luna drops is at the cost of the Brood, though. And remember, Aegis still there for Quinn. They just picked it up. Thompson now attempting to pursue. He gets feared away. Ramses with a nice rebuke to end Tofu finally. As Saksa dies for the 100th time this game, is Duracho continuing to just right-click away with this Echo Saber. Ramses, the last remaining member of Tundra, about to fall. Full team wipe for Gaming Gladiators.
And Quinn is beyond godlike, 10-0-9. I feel like we have not had many games this tournament where Storm Spirit is #1 net worth. But he makes it look so damn easy. But the arena from Mars was insane there.
Thompson finding an opening onto Duracho, picked up a Scotty, so he is mega tanky. Gets feared away of his own arena as well. Pure with the Eclipse, trying to tank it up his Duracho with his Barry. He's finally going to be brought to an end. Quinn, Aegis still online. Will not try to waste it here and back away.
Similar story, maybe 2.5. So those 2 items, that evasion, that armor, is going to negate a ton of what Lone Druid is bringing to the table. White is going to find some friends.
That is so sad. Yeah. They baited the bounties. Don't see that very often at 31 minutes in the game. But. So in ranged form, he has almost 5,000 health, by the way. In ranged form.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
That is absurd.
That is actually
God, that is insane. Oh, they might be catching Ramses here. Quinn gets Lucent Beam. Electric Vortex is there. He's taking a lot of damage from Sox on the other side, though. Ramses finally uses his arena and dies shortly after. And Quinn continuing on with that BKB. Thompson, concoction onto 2 BKB targets because everybody has that item on Gaming Gladiator side. 2 dead for Tundra. And just like that, we're in a 5 versus 3, not including Aegis.
Tundra were just
and our buildings will melt.
Uh-oh, another kill.
Yeah, opening up onto Saksa again.
No buybacks.
Having a really rough game. Still 2 cores of life for Tundra, but surely they cannot defend this.
This is minimum megas if that's what they want. They could even just full-on push for tier 4s.
Yep, they will try. That massive siege damage from Duracio's Bear with the branches still in his inventory. And they're going to try to go on top of the Luna. Pure dead again.
Does AC
have buyback? All right. And Thompson, last remaining member for the time being, inside of his fountain. Just trying to kite them. Duracio's Bear tickling him as so GG is called. Gaiman absolutely manhandle Tundra in game #1.
And just a little detail toward the end of that. First of all, I didn't see if the Bear had solo flare. We talked about that. I forgot to check it. You were right.
Forgot. Yep. Good.
The Lone Druid himself had 500 damage per hit.
Yeah. I guess I trust Tundra's read that there's a mid laner coming out of game in here.
I will say it's pretty good at stopping the snowball save with the pit. Pretty good against Puck as well with the root.
The torrent.
Okay,
they're not going to pursue.
There it is. As we have a concoction from Duracio with the acid spray being laid down for Ramses. Just a little bit of harassment back and forth. Already 2 stacks of Shadow Poison from Saksa, though, onto Celery. And the third will connect. He's going to pop the stick. Blood Grenade applied as well. Not able to get the 4th, though, as Saksa eventually run down. And Celery will take a bit of damage here, but should be able to survive. 18 versus Duracio's 31-5.
Yep.
Wow. I didn't think it would be this bad. That's pretty crazy.
Fortunately, Quinn has a haste run and he'll go kill the enemy carry. So Doracio's still far ahead of Pure. And now they're going to die.
Whitemon cookied up.
He's
gets
level
the snowball.
5.
Yeah. Onto the siege.
And he's
but he is surrounded and will eventually be killed off. Only question is who will get credit for it. It will be Ace. And now the tier 1 tower is next.
Straight back to mid for Quinn. Job
That's
almost taking the mid-tier tier 1 tower on the puck, minute 9.
Drinking buddies with the coil attached. Oh, he actually does not break it. He's still on the high ground. The snowball does secure the kill, but Ace has come in with the Pit of Malice now onto Whitemon, who's eventually going to get chased out, so it will likely just be a 1-for-1 trade.
Here's your shovel! Dig!
As the Firestorm and
efficiency.
the Necro Book will assist.
Yep.
Silver is leveled. There's Moonmeander in the bottom right as we have a gank here. Quinn, he's going to get the Burrow Strike correctly used here as Whitemon will take a tumble.
It was just a setup to bait more heroes to rotate and then make the same play again. Combos. With the puck plus coil.
Speaking of coil, will be used. Thompson's already kind of low on HP as the Fiend's Gate's coming. Mortimer's Kisses doing a decent amount of work as Ramsey's going to get stuck inside of the pit. The Burrow Strike will be there as well. He gets Drinking Buddies though. Soxa will self-disrupt. Likely will fall here as the black hole comes from Celery. That's the death of Soxa, and Ramsey's probably next on the list. Indeed he is. And they even find Thompson on the other side. So Gaming Gladiators, they look at their HP.
But yeah, that's going to be a 13-minute Radiant. Not the fastest, but it's solid. And overall, the course of the game is fine for them.
It's off the X. The Torrent did not hit, but they should have enough damage. Obviously, Celery without the black hole still.
It's such a slow kill, though. Still,
yeah, they just don't have damage, do they?
Once the 20-minute goal has been achieved, then you can start planning for minute 40. And, well, right now, came in with a 7,000 gold lead and the dive here.
He's spotted. Concoction's coming for him with the Burrow Strike and the Epicenter. Nice disruption from Soxa. Gonna mitigate a ton of that damage. The Kunkka's stuck inside the pit, though, as Soxa's facing the rain of Doraccio, who will eventually run him down. Ramses is actually the first to fall, though, as Soxa somehow living this long,
across,
but not for much longer. So it is 2 kills for Gaiman.
I don't think Soxa meant to disrupt the Sand King there. I think he actually misclicked and wanted to disrupt the Kunkka because I was like, that was a good play because Puck got away. That really seems to be the state of the game. Pure, let's see if he can make a good play and escape this one.
Yep, he's going to attempt to TP out, but the Burrow Strike from Quinn and the Scatter Blast eviscerates him.
Oh, Thompson already jaunted.
Thompson will have to use his coil in retreat. He's going to take a Drinking Buddies and run away.
The fact that he jaunted already is going to force him to use ult. TP coming in from Sand King and out from the south.
Yeah, Ramses. And Quinn has now made his way over. This should be the death of Ramses again.
Surrounded
actually
on
uses
all
his
sides.
boat. But, yeah, Tundra. Whew, this is looking really rough. I was expecting, I mean, obviously it could get turned around here, but ever since we mentioned that Pure was the best player in this tournament, Cinderin.
You should have never said it.
You agreed with me. You're part of this curse.
That's what friends do.
Yeah.
Like, do I look good in this shirt?
Boy.
Yeah, you do. But
Black Hole ensures yet another kill. Whitemon tried for some sort of a save, but he might just get run down as well. Meanwhile, they are just dropping like flies. Epicenter not going to do that much damage because of the disruption as Pure trying to keep Quinn at arm's length, but his arms are really gangly and long, Cinderin. He's going to get the Burrow Strike and the kill.
This is a good opportunity to learn.
He has ridiculous wingspan.
What if Gaiman were tricking everyone the whole tournament into banning their second best strategy? And now they gave them their best strategy by banning all their heroes.
The kisses come from very far away. Quinn with a double kill. My goodness, this is not even remotely close. What happened? This is the upper bracket semis.
Yep.
Gaiman are making Tundra look just awful. But Gaiman, they are just on another level right now, it feels like. They get the tier 3, and now looking for their first set of racks at 19 minutes. No Roche even attempted yet, by the way.
They feel invincible. They're just way too tanky on their heroes. The Sand King Bloodstone, you put a Solar Crest on him, you have Underlord next to him with Greaves, you have Glimmer on the Snapfire. The Alchemist himself already has a Manta as well, so he has a self-dispel when he gets jumped on to be in front and cause confusion. Are you going to just YOLO into a fight and hope for the best? What if they never split up, so you can't get a skirmish?
Oh boy.
Pure
gets stunned. Whitemon doing a nice job of blocking off one hero, but the problem is there's many others to contest with. That's going to be 2 quick kills again for Gaiman. It is 19-2. And coming into this, Tundra have been looking really good too.
Yep.
So it just goes to show. And it's funny, every time we cast Gaiman Gladiators, like, oh, this is a really bad matchup for the other team.
It's going to be the hardest matchup you're playing until you might meet them again, ultimately.
Most likely, that
This
is correct. Dyrachyo, okay. Do they have the damage to kill him off?
No.
Oh, he mances off the X. Wow,
Oh my God.
Perfect timing, and now the runaround is here. Quinn, the Epi, gonna slow Ramses to a crawl. The Black Hole, everybody's just having their own separate fights, Cinderin. Thompson is dead, Ramses is next. As Celery eventually will fall. That is the 3rd kill for Tundra now. Soxa gets beat down to a pulp. And it looks like Pure and company will just have to try and run away. As Whitemon inside. Okay.
Double
Couple
buyback.
buybacks. They absolutely have to get a kill here. On a core hero. Nice disruption from Soxa to dodge the concoction, but it's going to be probably too little too late. So we do have the 3-2-2, by the way. Let's hear some cheers in the crowd for that. As Pure with the gust,
We love
stuck
it.
inside against drinking buddies.
Good
Snowball
snowball.
back into it, though he gets rooted again. Oh dear, that is not what you want to see.
It was better than not snowballing, because then they would have both been stunned. Now it was only the Drow that died.
Yeah, screw the drought.
All right.
And Gaiman, again, no Roche attempt in this game. They are not afraid to continue on here. Here comes the boat from Ramses. He's been trying to work on this Aghanim Scepter for quite a while, but it is not coming together for him. The punch into the air, Quinn taking very little damage. He's unkillable at this point. Ramses been rooted 3 or 4 times in this engagement, it feels like, as the coil already used, and they just stood there because they don't do any damage. And the second Rax is upon Gaiman to claim for themselves. As Tundra can only look on, although Gaiman are backing away. Perhaps a soft reset. Another beautiful Manta, man.
What was that game called where you had to Manta dodge things? Training Polygon? He's been playing that. He's been playing Training Polygon.
All right, so what is your voice line? Since we have plenty of time to talk now, what does your voice line mean exactly?
It means cheers.
It means cheers.
Yes.
Okay, that's something that people, hold that thought. Celery, okay. Got a lot of kisses going on. He's actually basically making out with them with so many kisses. Get a room already as Ramses stuck in a horrible position. They're just going to call it GG. Gaiman Gladiators absolutely destroy Tundra 2-0. And they're going to go to the upper bracket finals here at TI to face off against Team Liquid.
And if you showed up in the audience tonight and you were like, man, we have to get dinner before we watch this show, or the restaurants are going to be closed, I have good news for you. It's 8 minutes to 9. So you might still be able to get a dinner order in, because Gaiman Gladiators, they're hungry. They want to get out of here as fast as possible so they can enjoy a delightful meal after already completely munching on Tundra in the most one-sided game of the entire day.